We're back with some dramatic testimony in Donald Trump's New York fraud trial. Former Trump Organization Senior Vice President Jeffrey McConney took the stand today, and he dropped some bombshells, revealing former CFO Alan Weisselberg asked for his help in committing tax fraud. NBC News reporting it was a dramatic finale to cap off the first week of trial, just the first. McConney testifying he kept engaging in this illegal conduct because if he refused, he probably would have lost his job. It's all coming on the heels of several desperate attempts by Trump to delay the trials and dismiss the charges against him. The Georgia judge overseeing the RICO case smacking down requests from two Trump co-defendants to have their charges dismissed. The co-defendants, Kenneth Chesebro and Sidney Powell, are set to go to trial later this month. Joining me now to discuss it all is Elie Mystal, justice correspondent for The Nation, the Lewis Black of legal analysis, one of my favorite people. Elie, I gotta say, it's not just that these trials are bad, but when you have someone admitting that the only way I could do my job is by breaking the law, does that sort of explain to us how easy it is to get people to flip on Trump? Because it doesn't seem like you could do your job in the Trump organization unless you were breaking the law for somebody.
First of all, Jason, I just want to say how nice it is to see you. I'm so happy that you are healthy and safe, my brother. So it's really great to see you. Yeah. You're right. This is big news because, as I have said on this program before, the only reason why Trump isn't in jail already is because he's been able to find people who are willing to take the weight for him, like Weebay from The Wire, right? These finding people who are willing to do all the weight for Trump, right? And now he is running out of those people because McConney actually today tried to lie for Trump and then got busted by the prosecutor with his own testimony in a previous Trump civil fraud trial thing and had to come clean that, yes, he in fact knew that what he was doing was illegal and that he was asked to do these illegal things by CFO Alan Weisselberg. Weisselberg, by the way, testifies on Tuesday, and Weisselberg will most likely say he did the illegal things because Trump ordered him to do the illegal things, right? But I just want people to remember all of this civil fraud trial, Trump's already been convicted of civil fraud. The judge, before the trial even started, issued a summary judgment saying that he was a fraudster. Okay, that he lied about his investments, that he lied about the size of his apartment in Manhattan. Like he's already convicted as a liar. This trial is just to see how much damages, how much crime did he really commit. That's what the trial is about. But the core issues have already been ruled against Trump. And that's why his attempts to stop the entire trial now with these last-second appeals and whatever, it's just ridiculous. It's not going to fly. He is appealing on issues that he's already lost on. So he's just, there's a reason why he wasn't in the courtroom today when his accountants called him a crook. He's trying to get out of a losing situation at this point.
And Elie, help me out, because this is the one that's really stuck with me this week. It's not just all the lying and the fraud and everything else like that, but I want to focus even on this apartment thing, right, where he says his apartment is bigger than it is. It does this whole, like, Doctor Who TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside. No, seriously, come on in, right? Like, the whole thing never made any sense to me one way or another. Just stepping back, how common is that? Right? Like, because I think one of the things that we really want the public to understand is, like, the level of sort of mendacity on the part of Trump. This isn't normal, right? This is way worse than even most other rich people do.
Trump's entire legal defense is, well, other people do it too, right? And so let's break that down as a legal defense. First of all, that's not a good defense because it doesn't work for anybody else, right? You can't go and defend a speeding ticket by saying, well, everybody else was speeding. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. If you were speeding and you're the one who got the ticket, you have to defend your own actions. You can't blame just everybody else, right? So that's number one. Number two, if Trump has evidence that other people in New York, other people in Manhattan are committing this kind of massive fraud, I invite him to plead guilty, turn state's evidence, and expose the massive frauds that he apparently knows about. Because I don't think he actually knows anything. I don't think actually everybody else is doing this. I don't think he knows anybody else has been doing this. But if he does, he is welcome to come forward, plead guilty, tell the truth, and flip on whoever else is apparently not able to understand the difference between a 10,000 square foot apartment, which is what Trump had, and the 30,000 square foot apartment, which is what Trump put on his documents.
I want to play this quick soundbite from AG Tish James on Trump this week, and just about his comments, and get your thoughts on the other side.
Mr. Trump's comments were offensive, they were baseless, they were void of any facts and/or any evidence. What they were comments that unfortunately fomented violence, and comments that I would describe as race baiting, and comments, unfortunately, that appeals to the bottom of our humanity. I will not be bullied. And so Mr. Trump is no longer here. The Donald Trump show is over.
Now, we could actually have played that clip at any point since Trump became a public figure, but let's talk about what the significance is of having AG James say that now, and specifically say, like, this guy's a racist, he's not going to bully me, and I'm going to make that clear throughout this entire trial.
Yeah, Trump's entire kind of thing with her is what he has with every person of color, certainly every black woman. It is to tarnish them, call them names, and try to encourage his violent white MAGA supporters to do physical harm against them. And what Tish James is saying, she's not saying that she is unconcerned. She is not saying she is unbothered. She is saying that she is going to move forward anyway, right? Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is understanding what these people can do to you and showing up to work anyway. And that is what Tish James is doing. I will just add for your listeners, though, for your viewers, that remember, Trump's really focused on Tish James, whose work is largely done. Right. She had the charges. She conducted the investigations. She's not the lead attorney in that courtroom. That's a man named Kevin Wallace, a white guy. You notice Trump ain't got no smoke for the white guy who's actually standing up every day and calling him a crook. He's only got smoke for Tish James, who at this point could sit in the courtroom eating a bag of popcorn because her work is largely done. So that's number one. Number two, I mean, he's calling her a racist. We know the political implications of that, but like, I just want to say very clearly, there is no evidence at all that Tish James is racist against orange people. There is no evidence that she is only prosecuting Trump because he is orange. There is only evidence that she is prosecuting Trump because he committed fraud. If Trump wants to say that there are other orange people in New York City that have committed fraud, he is welcome to turn state's evidence and tell us.
Elie Mystal, thank you so much for joining us tonight on The Beat.